Proverbs 1. The Proverbs of Solomon son of David, the king of Israel. For attaining wisdom and discipline, for understanding word of insight, for acquiring the discipline of a prudent life, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to the simple, knowledge and instruction to the young. Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance for understanding proverbs and parables, the saying and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of the knowledge, but the fools despise wisdom and discipline. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. There will be a garland to grace your head, and a chain to adorn your neck. My son, if sinners incense you, do not give it to them. If they say, "Come along with us, let's lie in the wait for someone's blood. Let's waylay some harmless soul. Let's swallow them alive, like the grave whole, like those who go down to the pit. We will gather all sorts of valuable things and fill our houses with plunder. Go in your lot with us, and we will share a common purse. My son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into sin, and they are swift to shed blood. How useless to spread a net in full view of all the birds. These men lie in wait for their own blood. They waylay only themselves. Such is the end of all who go there, ill-gotten gain. It takes always the lips of those who get it. Wisdom calls aloud in the street. She raises her voice in the public squares. At the head of the noisy street she cries out. In the gateway of the city she makes her speech. How long will you simple ones love your simple ways? How long will the mockers delight in mockery and fools hide knowledge? If you had responded to my rebuke, I would have poured out my heart to you, and made my thoughts known to you. But since you rejected me when I called, and no one gave heed when I stretched out my hand, since you ignored all my advice and would not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh at your disaster. I will mock when a calamity overtakes you, like a storm, when disaster sweep over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you. Then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me. Since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord, since they would not accept my advice and surrender my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For the waywards of the simple will cure them, and the complaints of a fool will destroy them. But whoever listens safety and be at ease without fear of harm. 2. My son, if you accept my word and store up my commands within you, turning your ear to wisdom and applying your heart to understanding, and if you call out for insight and cry aloud for understanding, and if you look for it as for silver and search for it as for hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom, and from his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He holds victory in store for the upright. He is a shield to those who walk in blameless. For he guards the course of the just and protects the way of his faithfulness one. Then you will understand what is right and just, and fair every good path. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Destruction will protect you, and understanding will guard you. Wisdom will save you from the way of the wicked man, from men whose words are preserved, who leave their straight paths, to walk in dark ways, who delight in doing wrong and rejoice in the prohibitions of evil, whose paths are crooked, and who are devious with their ways. It will save you also from the adulteress, for the wayward wife with their seductive word, who has left the partner of her youth and ignored the convenience she made before God, where her house leads down to death and her path to the spirit of the dead. None who goes to her return or attain the path of life. Those you will walk in the ways of God, good men, and keep to the path of the righteousness, for the upright will live in the land, and the blameless will remain in it. But the wicked will be cut off from the land, and the unfaithfulness will be torn from it. 3. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart, for they will prolong your life many years and bring you prosperity. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck, write them on your tablet of your heart, and you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Do not be wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and shun no evil. This will bring health to your body and nostrils to the bones. Honor the Lord with your wealth, with the first fruit of all the crops. Then your barns will be filled overflowing, and your vats will brim over with new wine. My son, do not despise the Lord's discipline, and do not resent his rebuke, because the Lord disciplines those who he loves. As a father, the son he delights in. Blessed is the man who finds wisdom, and the man and gains understanding. For she is more precious than silver, and yield better return than gold. She is more precious than rubies. Nothing your desire can compare with her. Long life is in her right hand. In her left hand are riches and honor. Her ways are pleasant ways, and all the paths are peace. She is a tree of life to those who embrace her. Those who lay hold of her will be blessed. By wisdom the Lord laid the earth's foundation. By understanding he set the heavens in place. But by his knowledge the deeps were divided, and the cold let drop the dew. My son, preserve sound judgment and discipline. Do not let them out of your sight. They will be life for you, an ornament to grace your neck. Then you will go your way in safety, and your foot will not stumble. When you lie down, you will not be afraid. When you lie down, your sleep will be sweet. Have no fear of sudden disaster, or of the ruin that overtakes the wicked. For the Lord will be your confidence, and will keep your foot from being snared. Do not withhold good for those who deserve it. When it is in your power to act, do not say to your neighbor, "Come back later, I'll give it tomorrow," when you now have it with you. Do not plot harm against your neighbor who lives trustworthy near you. Do not accuse a man for no reason when he has done you no harm. Do not envy a violent man or choose any of his ways. For the Lord detests the pursuit of man, but takes the upright into his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of wicked, but he blesses the house of the righteous. He mocks proud mockers, but gives grace to the humble. The wise inherit honor, but the fools he hoards up the shame. 4. Listen, my son, to the father's instruction. Pay attention and gain understanding. I give you sound learning, so do not forsake my teaching. When I was a boy in my father's house, still tender, and an only child of my mother, he taught me and said, "Lay hold of my word with all your heart. Keep my commands and you will live. Get wisdom, get understanding. Do not forget my words or serve for them. Do not forsake wisdom, and she will protect you. Love her, and she will watch over you. Wisdom is supreme. Therefore, get wisdom, though it costs all you have. Get understanding. Esteem her, and she will exalt you. Embrace her, she will honor you. She will set a garland of grace on your head, and present you with a crown of splendor. Listen, my son, accept what I say, and the years of thy life will be many. I guide you in the way of wisdom and lead you among straight paths. When you walk, your steps will not be hampered. When you run, you will not stumble. Hold on to instructions. Do not let it go. Guard it well, for it is your life. Do not set foot on the path of the wicked, or walk in the ways of evil men. Avoid it. Do not travel on it. Turn from it and go on your way. For they cannot sleep till they do evil. They are robbed for slumber till they make someone fall. They eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. The path of the righteous is like the first gleam of dawn, shining even ever brighter till the full light of day. But the way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know what makes them stumble. My son, pay attention to what I say. Listen closely to my words. Do not let them out of your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are like those who bind them and hold to the man's whole body. Above all this, guard your heart, for it is a whispering life. Put away perspiration for your mouth. Keep correction and talk for your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze directly before you. Make level path for your feet and take only ways that are firm. Do not swerve to the right or the left. Keep your foot from evil.